Let's be honest, when the United States talks about freedom and democracy, it often means something else, control, and Venezuela has refused to be controlled. Hello everyone, this is Asadullah Khan Wazir and you are watching the Eurasian Digital, where we question the powerful and uncover the truth behind geopolitics. Venezuela is a small Latin American nation, but it holds the largest proven oil reserves in the world. That alone makes it both valuable and dangerous in Washington's eyes, because whoever controls energy controls power. Now, let's go back a little. In the early 2000s, Hugo Chavez came to power. He openly challenged US dominance, nationalized oil, and pushed for Latin American independence. He built alliances with Russia, China, Iran, and Cuba, countries that resisted US global influence. Washington didn't like that. Sanctions followed. Media campaigns began, and the goal was simple: isolate Venezuela and bring it to its knees. When Chavez died, Nicolas Maduro took over and continued the same policy, due to which the tension deepened. In 2019, the US recognized Juan Guaido, a man who was never elected, as Venezuela's real president. It was a clear attempt to weaken Maduro and bring Caracas back under American control. But Venezuela didn't bend. It turned toward China, Russia, and Iran. Beijing invested in oil and infrastructure. Moscow provided military support, and Tehran helped rebuild Venezuela's refineries despite sanctions. Today, Venezuela stands as a symbol of defiance, a country saying, "Our decision will be ours, not yours." In recent weeks, Donald Trump has issued some of the harshest statements yet. He warned that if drug cartels or Venezuela-linked groups threaten America, he would launch direct military strikes on foreign soil. In his words, "If you poison our children, we will find you and destroy you." Soon after, US Navy jets carried out strikes on boats near Venezuelan waters, allegedly tied to smuggling networks. 4 people were killed, but Washington provided no clear proof that these vessels were actually carrying drugs. Several US senators called these attacks illegal, but Congress failed to pass a motion to stop them. The Trump administration has since cut off all diplomatic communication with Caracas. Talks in New York were suspended, and the White House declared Maduro's government a threat that must be dealt with. Venezuela responded sharply. Maduro accused Washington of fabricating lies to justify aggression. He said America's real goal is to topple his government and seize control of Venezuela's vast oil wealth. A few days ago, Caracas even claimed that US agencies staged a false flag attack to create an excuse for intervention. The situation is now highly volatile. Both sides are trading threats, and the region is heating up fast. But at its core, this is not about drugs or democracy. It is about power and control. The US wants to keep its grip on Latin America's energy routes. But Venezuela, backed by China, Russia, Iran, and now the BRICS alliance, says those days are over. This is no longer a world run by one power. Washington, however, is not ready to accept that reality. Its dominance is fading, not only in the Middle East, but now even its own backyard, South America. And that fear is driving Trump's aggressive tone and action. The real question now is, will the world once again vote to America pressure? Or are we witnessing the rise of a new era, a multipolar world where smaller nations can finally say no? So when we ask, why is the US targeting Venezuela? The answer is not democracy. It is oil, influence, and the fear of losing control. And maybe this struggle marks the beginning of something far bigger: the slow collapse of unipolar dominance and the birth of a world where nations stand tall, unafraid to choose their own path.